Multiverse. I'm your host, Tyrus, and I am happily coming at you folks with another special DC Multiverse review, folks. This one here tugs at my heartstrings because this is a character that I've been wanting from this line. I feel like I've been saying this a lot. You see what it is. We're going to review Icon and Rocket Season 1 character. I guess this is from a comic run, a recent comic run. But this character here, folks, definitely takes me back to the 90s. He was created by the late, great Dwayne McDuffie, who was a part of that amazing Justice League Unlimited, Justice League, the cartoon, all that animated series, goodness that we got back in the day with Batman, Superman, all those characters. He was a part of that. And in the 90s, he created, along with some other individuals, they spearheaded a new comic division titled Milestone Comics. And the thing that Dwayne McDuffie, as well as MD Bright, who also was the co-creator of Icon, they were focused on showcasing characters of color. And as a black man myself, that was a huge thing as a kid, going, you know what, this is pretty cool, because I'm deep into comics. I'm reading Marvel, I'm reading DC characters, and to see him branch out and do something like that and create very interesting stories and characters in a new world that I had never seen, of characters like Icon and Rocket. And we also got maybe like an Iron Man type of a character with Hardware. And then we also got Static Shock, who became very popular. And we also got, the Blood Syndicate, who my brother loved. He loved the Blood Syndicate. I wanted to get Icon and I wanted to get Hardware. Those are the two I wanted. I did get the first issue of Static Shock. I do have the first issue of Icon and Rocket. And I do have the first issue of Hardware. And I don't know I think my brother might have the first issue of the Blood Syndicate. But it was a big deal back in the day to see, this new universe of characters that was highlighted back in the day. So, I take my hats off to Dwayne McDuffie, MD Bright, and the rest of the crew who really, created all of these characters who have stood the test of time. In the 2000s, Icon and the rest of those, many of those Milestone characters were inserted into the DC continuity. So we got to see Icon, Hardware create what was called a Shadow Cabinet. Dwayne McDuffie spearheaded a Justice League of America comic run where they were featured in versus the Justice League. And so that was huge for me back in, I think, 2008. But I just wanted to give you guys a backstory on this character, man. And before I did this channel, I used to write blogs. And one of the blogs I wrote was about how we needed an Icon movie. We need to see this guy's story. I think it's very interesting. He's immortal, so he lives throughout centuries. And his name is Augustus Freeman. His alien name is Arnus. And I always hope to see him in a live action film, maybe team up with the Martian Manhunter. Maybe they have a backstory or whatever. Love to see this guy in live action. Hopefully we will one of these days. I'm going on and on, but I'm just really excited about this character and what he means to me. And I'm going to make this prediction right now, because if you kind of been monitoring how Todd moves when it comes to character reveals or releases, he'll release an alternate look for a character, because this is Icon's most recent look. But the one that I really would like, and I'm not saying I don't like this one, is his original look from Milestone Comics. And I think we're going to get that one, but in order to get him, you're going to have to also get Rocket as well. And I definitely want Rocket. So I believe he's going to release another Icon, but it's going to be in a 2-pack. All right, I babbled enough about the backstory and all that, but let's get into the speaker, folks, because I'm excited about him. He should come with more. All right, but huge shout out to this art, man. This art is just, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. All right, so as you can see, we got Icon here, and he is packaged with a collector's card. So we have the collector's card. He's fighting some sort of it's like a big old roach or something like that. I don't know what it is he fights. So got that. On the back, we have his data file. All right, and we also have some swappable hands. So some outstretched hands here as he's flying. And we also have the old reliable DC Multiverse display stand. And that is it, folks. All right, I'm gonna say this for the 15,000th time. Todd, McFarlane Toys, you gotta insert a flight stand for characters who have flight capabilities. I do not understand that. So, folks, you have to, bring your own flight stand to this party here, because he does not come with a flight stand. Another thing that I wish that this figure was packaged with was energy blast effects, or give him the same energy effects that you gave, the Black Lightning, because Black Lightning had the translucent energy hand. So I wish they would have at least maybe did that, some swappable translucent energy hands like Black Lightning. But to not give him any, energy effects, man, it's just kind of like, come on, man, this is an awesome character, man, and it's the first from the whole Milestone universe, So, man, that's the thing that just kind of made me go, oh, this release is like, feels like it's a bare bones release in a way, because it's just like no flight stand, no energy effects, but there's still a lot to love about this figure, folks. All right, so I'm gonna stop complaining about what he don't have, and let's look at what he do have. All right, so first up, we do have this beautiful wired cape. I love the fabric, very shiny. All right, regal, gives him that regal look. All right, so we got cloth wired cape that will always help a figure to shine. It gives that extra personality when you talk about posing a figure around, whether he's standing or he's in flight mode. This is just so awesome, man. So I love it. I really love it, man. And this figure looks really good. I like this figure better than I thought I would. All right, I will say that for sure. But yeah, I love this cloth cape, man. This is just like, and this is the norm for McFarlane. And I talk about energy effects, and as this line goes on, I'm pretty sure he's going to continue to evolve what we do have and everything. So maybe we'll get energy effects or blast effects when we get that Icon and Rocket 2-pack that I believe is coming. All right. But in terms of how he looks overall, I believe this is the body mold for the Earth 2 Superman, I believe. And man, I tell you, I love this body mold. It's very strong, very heroic. I'm hoping that he utilizes this more for our Superman type characters moving forward, man. This is the height, the stature, everything really works with a figure like this, man. I like it. It looks really good. And the colors really pop. They work really well. You have your reds, you have your oranges, not oranges. I ain't that bad on colors, but we got our greens, and we have this little gold in this middle of his emblem here. Kind of got the gold bands around the biceps. Here we have here in the wrist area or the forearms, we have the little gold bands here, the little gloves. Kind of wish this was a separate piece. It was like a plastic piece, a bands around the arms. That's the thing that really stood out with his character. What he had these bands around his, his costume, and so you wish that it was a separate piece, but they really handled it well. You have the gold bands around the upper leg areas. All this is decked out in black and everything. So this modern look looks pretty cool, man. I will say that, but I do want the original one. I do want the original look, but this modern take on the Icon character really is growing on me. And as you see, the eyes, we don't have the domino mask. We just have him showing out his just eyes with no pupils. I guess energy eyes or whatnot. So looks really good. He has a nice little cut. He's been to the barbershop. Looks good with that. But I like it, man. I like it better than I thought I would. I was like, man, I want the domino mask and all that. But to see his eyes, like the energy eyes like this, it really, gives him a different type of a dimension, overall, man. The sculpted detail around the cheeks areas, got the nose, the eyes, the forehead here, like a little wrinkle here in the forehead. The eyes, I really just grab at you. I love it. He has that serious look, more regal look to him and everything. He is a lawyer by day. But this guy looks awesome, folks. So overall, man, he looks really good. And in terms of articulation, he has the standard articulation, double jointed knees, elbows and everything. Arms go out to here. He does have the butterfly joints and everything. Upper torso articulation. He has waist swivel, So you'll be able to pose this guy in a variety of iconic wink wink poses or whatnot. So this guy looks awesome, man. Let me grab a flight stand and see if I can get him to in a little flight pose, because I got to use my own. McFarlane don't want to put any flight stands with this figure. Or some of the figures. It's just like, I don't understand. This one is a little loose. That's the thing, too. Like, these flight stands get, like, they wear out. So, yeah. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, man. I love it. And now I do have my own energy effects that I've taken from Marvel Legend figures. So I do have this one here that I might utilize with Icon. So you can place that there and see how that works. Or I might want to use this orange one. Let's see if I can balance it like that. So you let me know in the comments, which energy effect do you feel goes best with him? The yellow or the orange? Or neither? Would something like this work better? What do you think? This is kind of like a flame effect from some other not DC Multiverse, but Marvel Legend character. So this might work. Let me know in the comments if you think this flame effect would work better in place of these energy effects, these more cosmic effects here. But I love it, folks. This is an awesome figure. Even though it's lacking energy effects for the hands, no flight stand, and even though this is not the original Icon that I recognized growing up, this is still an awesome figure. And again, those eyes just really grab at you overall, man. I love it. I look forward to getting Rocket. I'm hoping that we do get hardware. I'm hoping that we get another Static Shock, because we do have Static Shock, folks. But we got this version here, and he looks pretty cool. He looks alright. I'm not sold on the space scope. I do not like the space scope. But yeah, we do have Static Shock. All right, but I'm hoping that we get more of a Milestone version of Static Shock. I like that costume and that design better overall. All right, so since I only have Static Shock from that whole Icon Milestone universe, and I don't have Rocket, and I don't have Hardware or any of those other characters, so with that, I'm going to bring out Black Lightning. I'm also going to bring out the John Stewart Green Lantern figure. I'm also going to bring out Signal. All right, I got Signal here. And we're also going to bring out Steel, John Henry Irons. All right, so we got Steel. All right, lastly, I want to add Lucius Fox's son, who became Batman in a storyline that they released some time ago, maybe like a few years ago, 2 years ago. All right, so which was interesting. So we have that right there. So we got Black Lightning, we got John Stewart, and we got Lucius Fox. We do have definitely a diverse, collection of figures here before you. And I love each and every one of these figures here. Even though that Static Shock figure, I don't know, I'm hoping to get another one that's more geared towards the 90s version. But just wanted to kind of showcase these figures alongside my new Icon figure. And here for comparison, we have yet another alien from another planet, the last son of Krypton, that is, Kal-El Superman. Now, this is the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Hush Superman. Now, I know many may ask, or you may wonder, who is the strongest between these two? Now, I'm going to say this. Back in that 2008 comic with the Justice League of America, and when they came face-to-face with Icon and his Shadow Cabinet, they had a bit of a showdown. And Icon punched Superman. And afterwards, Superman said that was the hardest that he's ever been hit. All right, so I'm going to just leave it at that. Now, for me, who's the strongest? Who knows? I mean, they're both the greatest of all heroes, I feel, and they're on the same team, so it is what it is. You know what? Let me know in the comments, who do you think is the strongest, Icon or Superman? And alongside our Icon, we have yet another alien from another planet, the last son of Mars, John Jones, the Martian Manhunter. This is the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse DC Classics Martian Manhunter. This is the team up that I'm hoping to see at some point, whether it be in comics or a live action film or animated feature film. Man, I want to see these two team up This would just be a dream come true for me, folks. All right, let's get on to the next. All right, folks, that's all I have for this episode. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Just want to share my thoughts on this new icon figure. Again, folks, I love this figure more than I thought I would, although I do want that classic icon. Hopefully we'll get hardware as well as all those other characters from the Milestone universe. But folks, again, I appreciate you all. Be sure to comment below. Let me know, what do you think about this icon figure? Do you have it? Are you looking to get him? Have you ever heard about this character before? Or is this your first time? What do you think? Are you going to maybe look towards reading more icon comics? Maybe go back and look at some of the other Milestone comics and characters. Let me know in the comments what you think, folks. I'm interested to see, what do you think about this character? Let me know in the comments below. Also, folks, be sure to ring that bell for all notifications so you get each and every one of my content pieces as it drops. And also, don't forget to what? That's right, like, share, and subscribe. If you've done that already, I truly appreciate it, folks. And remember that I'm on social media with Instagram and Twitter. So if you have those outlets, be sure to give me a follow. Be sure to check out my community. I'm always posting news and updates there. And this was like a huge deal for me to finally get an icon figure. Thanks again for tuning in. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, be good to one another. Be safe. Stay tuned. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.